Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to the Nerd Empire. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today, and I hope you all will enjoy today's reaction video. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? Next one, this is The Streaming War is Over. Piracy 1.
Imagine paying $250 just to watch shows per month. Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO, Paramount, Hulu, and Amazon Video. Then add the stuff that's not even on those platforms.
I'm sorry, Mr. Whitaker, I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said, God help me.
And if you're like most people, and I know I am, you're probably paying so much per month that when you look at your credit card statement, you probably don't even understand why you're paying for half of the stuff that you're paying for.
The only thing I had, or probably still have, is Netflix. I mean, I also pay for YouTube Premium just so I don't have to watch the fucking ads, but I think that's about it.
$430,000 in 1 month, Jordy? Huh? $430,000 fucking dollars in 1 fucking month.
Meanwhile, while you choose to be a good, law-abiding human being,
Where'd you get the car? And the suit.
I stole them both. A car from your wife, suit from your grandmother.
somewhere in the shadows, there's piracy. Quiet, messy, and controversial. Doing something no one expected. I don't know if you remember this, but back in the day, we thought pirating movies and shows was over. But guess what? It didn't just survive, it adapted. And now it's coming back and it's getting bigger and bigger than anyone would have ever thought.
Piracy is becoming a thing because people are making everything too goddamn expensive to have. So it's just like, you're going out of people's price range. What do you expect them to do? Nothing? They're going to pirate shit. Hell, look at a lot of the video games. They're getting too goddamn expensive. People are pirating this stuff now. How about you actually do something to make people feel like that, you know, they shouldn't have to pirate it?
Movie rights holders are now beginning to target people who illegally stream content online. This is being done with lawsuits that could cost thousands. And a Supreme Court of Canada ruling expected out today could potentially open the floodgates to even more court cases. Could also lead to a spike in your home internet bill.
In order for us to understand what's really happening, we need to take a look at something. One of the major reasons piracy started making a comeback is the fact that so many people are starting to feel broke. And it's not just some people, it's society itself, from almost everywhere around the world. When you take a step back,
They don't feel broke. They are broke.
you realize that everything is expensive. Food, water, and living itself, and even breathing. So many people will tell you that it's not that bad, but guess what? It is.
I think that internet swapping and trading of different things is pretty cool, man. Kids want to listen to music, you know? I don't think bands should be so concerned with making every penny that should be squeezed out of everything. It's like, I want kids in Thailand to rock out when we show up in Thailand, you know? I don't care if they bought the record or not. If they download it off their computer, right on. If they taped it off to their friend, right on. It means they like music. I think people are too concerned, like, it's gonna kill the record industry because we're not gonna be able to make every penny.
So here's the deal. We thought
I like how he said he put that. That is true. I think he's one of the real ones. I forget his name, but yeah, the guy from Foo Fighters. I think he's the lead singer.
streaming was meant to be a hero. Back in the day, we were happy that everything was so isolated in certain apps. We knew that we could go on one channel and watch the show that we wanted to watch. And that was the only place that we could go. And it felt wrong going anywhere else and watching that show because it felt criminal. And we thought streaming was gonna kill piracy completely off. And it was gonna give people affordable, legal, high quality access to their favorite content. And for a while it worked. People stopped stealing and downloading. They stopped going to shady sites and stopped digging through Reddit threads to find bootleg links to movies and shows. Because for $7.99, Netflix gave you everything. Life was good and it felt easy.
Honestly, they should have kept it at $7.99. Even today, keeping it at that, they still would have made a lot of money. But people, the power of greed. Greed is a very, very powerful thing. People are too fucking greedy for their own good that they're now just ruining everything. They brought piracy back. because they're making everything too fucking expensive.
But then as time went on, the big studios got greedy. They looked at Netflix printing money and thought, we want what they have, subscriptions, guaranteed money. So they all launched their own platforms. First it was Hulu, then it was Disney Plus, then it was HBO Max, then it was Peacock, then it was Paramount Plus, then it was Apple, then it was Discovery Plus, and then it was ESPN Plus, and then it was YouTube Premium and Amazon Video. Well, now it's just chaos. The pie that everyone wanted is now gone. We ended up getting crumbs that got scattered across dozens of different apps, and it became more expensive. Now the average person has to juggle 6 to 7 different streaming subscriptions just to keep up with the shows they already love. You want to watch The Office? It's on Peacock now.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
You want to watch the Game of Thrones? HBO Max. Stranger Things? That's still on Netflix.
Henderson.
Henderson, he's back! He's back! I'm back! You got the job!
You got the job! Yay! Oh.
That's so embarrassing.
How many children are you friends with?
But wait, The Crown is only on Netflix, but outside the US in some regions because they removed it. Want anime? You'll need Crunchyroll, you need High Dive. Want K-dramas? Then you need Viki. Want sports? Well, good luck. To give you some perspective, I know you think this is overwhelming. The average person in the US spends close to around $508 a year, and that's just $48 a month just on streaming subscription. That number right there, yeah, it puts it into perspective, doesn't it? The system that was supposed to replace cable just became cable again, except this time it's even less convenient, it's more expensive, more restrictive, and more annoying. And so many people started looking for another option again. And waiting in the shadows was piracy. But this isn't piracy, you remember, not LimeWire or sketchy zip files anymore. This is a generation of piracy that is slick, it's modern, it's called streaming. Platforms like F Movies, Soap Today, 123movies.la, and Watch Series HD.tv have risen and grown to take over the underground. And now it's not even the underground anymore, it's actually above the ground because of so many people being attracted to it. And this time they're not hiding behind blinking ads and pop-ups anymore. These websites are fast, well designed, and in many cases more user-friendly than the legitimate platforms we pay for. Some of them mimic Netflix down to the layout, but without the ads, the login, or buffering. They've got the full catalog, global content, HD stream.
The only thing that sucks with a lot of these things is that when you click on them, it immediately opens another tab for an ad. And then you close that, you click on it again, it does the same thing. It does it like 5 times before it fucking stops. A lot of these sites do that now. It's just like, fuck off with the ads. Really, come on. I'm trying to watch this shit, and you're making it so another tab pops up and it makes me go into that.
Subtitle support, even continued watching queues. In countries where certain shows or movies are delayed or geo-blocked, these sites become the only place where people can even access the content in real time. Apps like Pikachu, massively popular in India and Southeast Asia, are literally mini pirate Netflix apps that stream US shows, movies, and sports, and anime all in one place for free. And we're not talking about 200 people using this stuff, we're talking about millions, billions of site views and visits per year across the globe.
That there's misconceptions in the industry about what piracy is, right? You know, there's assumption that what is piracy? Piracy is about people who want to steal stuff from you, right? That they don't want to pay any money and they want to get your content. But when you look at the fact that these people have, you know, $2,000 PCs and, you know, they're spending $50 a month US more on their internet connections, clearly they're willing to spend money.
In fact, recent data from the analytics firm Muso found that there were over 215 billion visits to piracy websites globally in a single year, with over 80% of that traffic focused on streaming. But here's what really stands out. Most of the people pirating, they already pay for streaming services. They're not avoiding paying. They just feel like they're not getting enough value for what they're paying for.
I realized that there's a cheat code you could do on Netflix apparently where you Control-Shift-Alt-D. And when you hit Control-Shift-Alt-D, what you see is that you are actually getting a low bitrate 720p stream, even though you paid for 4K. Are they actually ruining the experience for somebody who's using a computer because they want you to use closed source platforms that give you more control?
It's the same. It's like with internet. It's like when you're paying for internet, you don't like it. Right now, I'm paying for 1 gig internet, so I should be the speed should be about 1 gig. I don't get that. A lot of these internet providers throttle their internet so you are not getting for what you're actually paying for. They advertise it as, this speed internet. But when you get it, you don't actually get the speed that the internet has advertised for. A lot of these companies are advertising all these different things, but they're not giving what you're actually paying for. And it's just, why advertise this way of what you're giving out if you're not going to give out what you're advertising? It's just blatant lying.
Some of these people can't even find the content they wanted due to licensing issues. Others just...
And then you complain about them, pirating shit. How about you actually give out what you're advertising and what they're paying for, and then the piracy would actually fucking stop. And don't make it so fucking expensive either.
Don't want to pay $18 a month just to watch one show. And some and others are just frustrated that the content they love got deleted because some studio found a tax loophole. Like when HBO Max removed Westworld, a show they made, just to write it off and save money. Imagine subscribing to a platform only for them to delete your favorite show and then act like it never existed. And that's happening more and more every single month and every single year. Disney removed dozens of original series from its platform. Netflix has quietly wiped out an entire seasons from its library, and guess what? Piracy scoops them up and hosts them forever. And suddenly the pirates look like the preservationists, while the billion-dollar studios look like the ones that are erasing art. That's the world we're in now. People aren't pirating because they love breaking the rules. They're doing it because the system we were promised failed. And they're doing it because convenience disappeared, prices exploded, and content got locked away behind paywalls, geoblocks, and corporate contracts. So the question now isn't why people are pirating, it's why would they stop now?
Share your life in a place where everything you do, what you buy, how you behave, is tracked.
They have an unprecedented level of control when it comes to the choices, communications, and private transactions that citizens are making.
See, look, the truth is someone's always paying the price.
God. If they started doing that shit here in America where we are evaluated on our behavior and all the stupid shit that a lot of them doing in China, oh my God, the fucking shit would explode. You can't be that dictatorial over your citizens and expect nothing to ever happen. You're gonna have a fucking uprising like you've never fucking seen.
And when piracy wins, and it is winning, it's not the executives at Disney or the shareholders at Netflix who feel the sting. It's the creators, it's the writers, and it's the production assistants who grinded 16 hours a day on the indie projects just to get them off the ground. And then you have the camera crew who got paid once, hoping the back-end royalties would trickle in someday. When content gets pirated, those royalties vanish. They disappear. And then on top of that, the visibility tanks, budgets dry up, and studios, they start playing it safe because they can't risk it. They start taking less creative risk, slashing character diversity, cutting jobs, and then pumping out reboots that nobody asked for. Because look, I mean, it's a ripple effect. You lose originality, you lose variety, you get endless sequels, spin-offs, and recycled IP that no one asked for.
Oh God, yeah, Fast and Furious. That, imagine a song called Pirate King, and it's about someone that's had to pirate stuff because everything is expensive. Pretty much. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me if something like that actually already existed. But one movie series that probably should have ended after the third or fourth one was Fast and Furious. It's completely ridiculous that they've made so many of the fucking movies now that it should have ended like 5 to 7 movies ago.
Because it's cheaper to bet on something that's already worked than to gamble on something that's new. That's why everything in theaters feels like it's a part 7 of something, of some sort that happened 30 years ago. And a perfect example of this is the Fast and Furious franchise.
Can he drive?
Can he drive? You know what DK stands for?
Donkey Kong?
Drift King.
Drift. What do you mean, drift?
dictionary?
Like seriously, these guys went from street racing to fighting nuclear bombs. Like, where does it end? But don't get me wrong, the studios do fight back. They sue piracy websites like almost every other month. But the thing is, they take down mirrors because that's exactly what these piracy sites are. Sometimes they might block the domains, they might blacklist or push stricter copyright laws, but the thing is, you shut down one and 3 others pop up in a different country with completely different laws and different names. A perfect example was a website which was called Soap Today, which got taken down for like a week, and then right as soon as it was taken down, 16 other websites popped up with the same exact UI. But here's the kicker. The more aggressive the crackdown gets, the more people start sympathizing with the pirates themselves. Because, look, the pirates right now are considered the Robin Hoods. People don't want to be treated like criminals for trying to watch a show that used to be free with their subscription last month, that they paid for. And they don't want to pay for more and get less and be told it's their fault for sharing their account with their cousins. See, look, I mean, it's creating a divide, not just between the users and the platforms, but between the artists and the audiences. The people who actually care about the good content are caught right in the middle. They want to support the industry, but the industry keeps on making it hard to do the right thing.
Every week, there's another thing I have to make a password for, another thing I have to sign up for, and it drains my bank account, and I'm just so sick of it!
But look, there's something deeper that's happening here, something that goes beyond prices and platforms or which show is available where. People are starting to emotionally check out of this entire streaming ecosystem. We're tired. I mean, you're tired. I'm tired. Tired of paying more for less. Tired of opening Netflix and seeing nothing new worth watching. Tired of being treated like we're the problem.
This is also I never watch TV because there's never anything on TV anymore. The last time I watched TV was when Supernatural was still going. As soon as that ended, there was never anything to watch on TV anymore. So I don't have it. I don't pay for cable. I don't have a TV in my apartment. The only thing I have in my apartment is my desk, my computer chair, my computer screens, and my computer. In my bed. I don't have a couch. I don't have a TV. I don't have an entertainment center. Because, like, what's the point?
For sharing passwords, when the real problem is the studios milking us dry while cutting corners at every opportunity they see. There's a sense of fatigue, not just financial, but spiritual. Like, why are we even doing this anymore? Why are we paying? At first, streaming felt exciting. I mean, every Friday there was something new that we were waiting to watch. Something original, something worth talking about. But now it feels corporate, algorithmic, empty. Shows getting canceled before they even finish the first season. Promising stories getting buried under a mountain of mistakes and remakes and spin-offs. And slowly but surely, people stop forming real emotional connections with the platforms and with the content itself. We used to have people defending Netflix like it was family. Remember when Stranger Things dropped the new season? It felt like a cultural event. If everyone wanted to watch it, and everyone did watch it. But now, the hype comes and goes within 72 hours and it disappears into the algorithm void. Meanwhile, on the piracy side, there's a weird resurgence of community. People in telegrams, groups, sharing links, helping others find foreign subtitles, uploading lost media, even archiving content that studios themselves have deleted for tax reasons. I'm not saying it's noble, but it's oddly human. And once people disconnect emotionally from a platform, it's incredibly hard to win them back. You can't just throw a new Marvel spin-off at them and neglect loyalty. Streaming services haven't just lost subscribers, they've lost the trust. That's
God, Marvel. Marvel, I think, fell off after Endgame. Like, that was it. After Endgame, it all started going downhill.
dangerous because once the audience stops caring, they stop paying attention. And once they stop paying attention, they stop paying. And that's it. And that's when piracy wins by default. Not because it's better in every way, but because the competition stopped trying to be worth it.
Nearly 1 million people cancelled their subscriptions with Netflix in the past 3 months, but the streaming giants...
Well, yeah, it's because it's getting too damn expensive and they're not giving us the stuff that we're paying for. They keep taking out the shows and movies that people like watching, and then just you almost never see them again. It's like, what's the point of paying for something if they keep taking away the shit that I want to watch? I'm not going to pay like $10, $15, $20 a month for a fucking streaming platform that keeps taking away the shows and movies I like watching. It's just a waste of money and a waste of time. Speaking of franchises, there is a rumor that Avatar movies is almost copying Avatar: The Last Airbender. Really? That's interesting.
Expected to lose twice the number after years of growth. So the company is being hit by a busier marketplace and rising costs.
Illegal streaming of premium video content, particularly live sports, is surging worldwide, raising serious concerns.
Shadows, thank you very much for the hydrate. I don't have a water next to me, so at the moment, so I'll just hydrate with some more Dr. Pepper.
For the broadcasting industry, broadcasters are warning of an industrial-scale piracy crisis. Now, according to reports, criminal networks are illegally streaming live sports, films, and paid TV channels. High-profile football matches are the most targeted. Reports suggest illegal streaming of football matches are threatening the financial stability of the global sports broadcasting industry.
But don't get me wrong, I mean, there's still a way that they could fix this entire mess. A way to turn things around before the audience completely walks away, which is what we're seeing right now. But it's not going to come from another subscription tier or another corporate rebrand or another spin-off of a 1990s IP that no one asked for. The only way streaming survives is if it goes back to its original promise, making entertainment accessible and affordable and worth it. That means stopping the endless price hikes and nickel and diming. It means bringing everything back together, bundling content, simplifying the platform, and giving people control over what they pay for. It means treating the audience like human beings, again, not just wallets with eyeballs. And it also means that studios need to stop fighting piracy like it's a war, and they need to start recognizing it for what it really is, which is market feedback.
Thickums.
Piracy isn't just about stealing, it's about gaps. Gaps in...
Yep, I have two different Dr. Peppers. My personal favorite, the Dr. Pepper and cream soda combo, which I think is the best one. And then Dr. Pepper Cherry, which is unopened in my fridge at the moment.
Access, gaps in affordability, gaps in trust. Fix the gaps and people will come back. Because people don't want to be pirates, not really. They want what's fair. They want good content.
And the men behind one of the world's top websites for illegal file sharing are sentenced to 1 year in prison. The runners of the Pirate Bay are found guilty of promoting copyright infringement.
As long as they're going to steal what we want them to steal ours, I sort of get addicted, and then we somehow figure out how to collect sometime in the next decade.
But if the system keeps pushing out with higher prices, more restrictions, and less respect, then piracy won't have to win the war. It'll just quietly take over because no one showed up to stop it by fixing the underlying issue.
As long as they keep acting greedy about all this shit, the piracy thing is never going to go away. They keep making the prices, they keep increasing the prices, and just saying, if you pay for this, you're going to get more, and which is just bullshit because they're not giving out what they're actually advertising for, and they keep taking away shit. So as long as they keep doing those things, piracy is never going to go away. If you make it affordable and actually give what you're advertising and stop taking shit away that people like, if you can do those things, people are going to stop the piracy and they're going to go back to, the streaming platforms. You can't just keep doing this shit. You're going to piss everybody off, and then you're going to eventually go out of business because you kept pushing all your customers away.
So if you're watching this and you're nodding your head, maybe you're feeling what millions of other people are feeling because you're not alone. That frustration, that sense of that something is off, it is off. You're not crazy. Streaming got greedy and now it's going to pay the price.
Places where I was being pirated, particularly Russia, where people were translating my stuff into Russian and spreading it out into the world, I was selling more and more books. People were discovering me through being pirated. And then they were going out and buying the real books. And when a new book would come out in Russia, it would sell more and more copies. And I thought that was fascinating.
Paid you money because I wanted 4K, because you advertise 4K on your website. So that when I go to your website to view the video, you give me 720p. If I had pirated your material, I would have paid nothing for it, and I would have gotten 1080p. I am treated better pirating Netflix content than I actually would be treated paying for Netflix content.
And if you ask me, I do think that piracy will continue to grow, and it will grow much faster than we had ever thought possible.
Piracy. Look, super mega rock and roll gods and superstars are just regular dudes like you guys. We punch the clock, we put on the pants, and then we blow people's minds. That's how we make a living. And then these pirates come and they steal all our internets. I don't know how they do it, but these pirates can bust into our entertainers' homes, make us walk the plank, steal our rockin' tunes, and leave us broke. Is that what you want, Mr. Long John Silver? What's your parrot gonna listen to when you go toe-to-toe against the English Armada? Jazz?
Look, I love Jack Black. He's a great guy, but I'm not going to feel any sympathy for those who are multimillionaires. You know, what, you're going to lose a few dollars just because somebody decided to pirate your shit? Boo fucking who. Well, that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give a like and subscribe. I post videos 3 to 5 days a week here. I also post videos over on my other channel for gaming as well, so please make sure to give that a look-see, see if you enjoy that as well. I also stream anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week as well. Links to all my social medias will be on my YouTube page. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.